The blue sunglasses story. Why are your perceptions so misleading? It was a bright summer morning when Mrs. Evelyn Hart stepped onto her porch. Squinting against the sunlight, she reached into the pocket of her cardigan and pulled out a pair of sunglasses, deep blue lenses. The kind she'd worn for years. They had been a gift from her late husband. And though they were scratched and worn, she never thought to replace them. To her, the world looked just fine through them. That day, Evelyn was meeting her granddaughter, Lily, for lunch at the café downtown. As she walked, she noticed how harsh everything seemed, the sky too glaring, the flowers too garish, even the smiles of passers-by felt strained. By the time she reached the café, her mood had soured. Lily, ever cheerful, greeted her with a hug. "Grandma, you look tired," she said gently. Evelyn sighed. "It's just this world. Everything feels off today." Lily frowned, then reached into her bag. "Here, try these." She handed Evelyn a pair of her own sunglasses, simple, clear lenses with a slight amber tint. Reluctantly, Evelyn swapped them out, and then, something shifted. The sunlight softened, the colors of the flowers deepened into warm, rich hues. Even the faces around her seemed kinder, more relaxed. Evelyn sat back, stunned. "How?" Lily smiled. "Your old glasses had a blue tint. Grandma, everything you saw was filtered through that shade, cooler, sharper. These let in more light. The world didn't change, just how you were seeing it." Evelyn fell silent, turning the revelation over in her mind. How many times had she assumed the world was bleak, only to realize it was her own lens coloring everything? How often had she mistaken her perceptions for truth? That evening, she sat on her porch again, watching the sunset, this time without any glasses at all. The sky burned gold and pink, unfiltered. She thought about the arguments she'd had over the years, the friendships that had faded because she'd been so sure of how things were. Had she ever stopped to question whether she was seeing clearly? Perception is a tricky thing. We all wear invisible lenses, shaped by our past, our fears, our habits. And just like Evelyn, we often forget they're even there. We assume the world is as we see it, never realizing how much of what we experience is filtered through our own biases, our own emotional tint. But here's the secret: the moment you question your lens, you take the first step toward clarity. You don't have to believe every thought that crosses your mind. You don't have to accept every emotion as absolute truth. Sometimes, all it takes is pausing to ask, is this really how things are? Or is this just how I'm seeing them? Evelyn kept both pairs of sunglasses, the blue ones and Lily's. Not as a way to choose between them, but as a reminder. Some days, the world will feel cold. And that's okay. But now, she knows, it's not the world that's changed. It's her. And with that knowledge, she holds the power to see differently, whenever she chooses. So the next time life feels heavy, ask yourself, what am I wearing to look at the world? Because sometimes, all it takes is taking off the glasses to see the light that was there all along. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.